This is Flower of Life podcast. I'm Carmen Fernandez. Today I have with me Komang Panca. Panca and I met in February in Bali. He was my driver and tour guide. He took me to some amazing places in Bali that I will remember forever. And we had the best conversations. Panca is so knowledgeable about Balinese culture, spirituality, and neuro-linguistic programming. When I decided I wanted to start this podcast to share with people meaningful conversations, Panca was the first one on my list of guests. I'm so happy and blessed to have you here, Panca. And I'm looking forward to this conversation.
Okay.
Panca, tell us a little bit about Bali, about your life and how it is life in Bali as a Balinese.
Okay. Thank you, Carmen. So this is like my honor to be part of your project, to be it. Hopefully, it will be like meaningful also for you and next project. Yes, like you mentioned, I was met Carmen in Bali February last year. This year, I think. And yeah, Bali, as you know, Bali is a small island in between Java and Lombok Island. So it's very small, teeny island, but Bali popular among the, tourists or traveler for many, many years. Maybe I can say around the beginning of 80s, Bali was popular for its own uniqueness, especially culture, people, and of course the nature. We have a lot of place that, like a magnificent place that maybe other island don't have. But this is like a mixture between culture, people, and nature. It's like one place for all. Yeah. And also Bali famous with their own, uh, hospitality, dance, music, and some other spiritual activities that lately also getting famous because of the yoga, getting getting popular. And then Bali also giving accomplice for them who's searching for peaceful and really feel alive because they can interact with the local and also the surrounding, the culture, all is like all together. Make it like, okay, this is the place where people can find their own destiny or experience or find something that they don't have in their own home. Of course, culture, every place has their own culture. It has its own uniqueness and so on. But Bali itself, for quite long till now, people still enjoying to be in Bali and then feel a different thing. Yeah, both spiritual or leisure and so on. Bali population not much. It's around 4.5 million, and most of us are following Hindu practice. Yeah, actually, there's a mixture: Hinduism, Buddhism, animism, because we pray not just to the God, the highest divine of God, but also the spirit of ancestor, also deities. That's still like a mixture of Buddhism, Hinduism, and animism. That's why there are lots of temples. Even the trees, there will be a small shrine. We pray, we cover the trees with certain kind of fabric as part of the respect to the nature. Yeah. And ritual, every day a ritual.
There is every day a ritual. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, every day a ceremony. In Bali, every day. There is no single day without ritual.
And it's so beautiful to watch everybody doing the ceremonies everywhere at the houses.
yeah, because this kind of concept influenced by the philosophy of Trihitakarana. Trihitakarana means there are three aspects of life that we try to harmonize to create happy life. Call it parayangan, pawongan, palemahan. The people to the God, people to people, people to the nature. So these three main aspects as part of the the aspect that we try to harmonize. Yeah, how we keep the connection to the God, to the Creator, to the people, to the surrounding or nature. Yeah, trees, animals, and so on. So that
So
we try to harmonize.
yeah, harmony is very important in Bali. Being harmonized with yourself, in harmony with people, with animals, with nature, with environment. And in Bali, there are lots of different religions. And the base of all religions is that harmony. Is that right?
Correct.
Like no
That's
matter
correct.
what religion you have, you live in peace with each other.
That sometimes in Bali you cannot religion and tradition is like inseparable. Okay, Hinduism is from India, but we have religion, Hinduism, put like a spirit of for our tradition. That's what it's like immersed all together. Yeah, and of course another like script influence Balinese custom like Ramayana, Mahabharata is like the guardian or the guidelines of the Balinese life in many aspect of life, from marriage, from people has children until die and so on. This is like a cyclus. So we got this kind of guidelines from this script that passed down generation from our elder and from the teacher, from the community. Because in Bali we live traditionally still. Yeah, we have the social system, how we connect one another as part of the implementation of Trihita Karana. So in every village in Bali, there will be temple as part of human to the God, where we gather. As a community, we implement that the philosophy. We go to the temple and pray together. Togetherness itself, the community is part of to harmonize with the people. We meet up one another and share it, and then do pray together. And then before that, we made the preparation that we took from the nature. Most of the ingredients or the contents of the offering itself is taken from the nature. This is how it's worked. So we use them, flowers, leaf, root, seeds, and everything. That's part of the offering that we use as a part of the ritual. This way of ritual that keep us still preserve. Anything that we use as part of the offering means we need to preserve. That's why Bali is still green, because we need them every day. So we have to grow them, trees, the flowers, and everything. Even sometime in front of the houses, there will be flower.
Yes.
As you've been experiencing in Bali, yeah. And then incense as part of the how to the fragrance bring us quick silence when we do pray or meditation and so on. This is how it's works. So spirituality in Bali, not just sit down, meditate. No, we do it as our daily life, daily activity, also considered as a spiritual duty. So Bali is religious but not fanatic. So we open to many different religion follower. Yeah, we respect them. That's part of the duty. respect as part of the offering, because there will be connection. When you respect someone, there will be like harmonized. Uh, that's how we implement the value that we took from our own script or passed down generation. Till now, young people also still proud to to conserve or to preserve the culture, because everybody will be part of, of the culture itself.
Every
And,
day in Bali, everyone is doing the offerings. The offering is kind of your daily ritual to to um, to express gratitude. And in this ritual, in this offering, you're using materials that you get from nature, and it's like your way to express gratitude for what your surroundings, and you also express your spiritual practice all day. It's not like you just have some time during the day and you pray and then you forget about it. It's something that you have with you in your daily routine. How do you express this spirituality in your daily life?
a daily life, doing our own duty. Me as you know, as a Balinese, we have some kind of way. Even for cleaning our surrounding, that's his spiritual duties. It depends on the intention. So if we do something with the intention as part of the offering, that's also part of the spirituality. Doing our own things. So even just smile. That's a spirituality. If you mean that as a spiritual duty, because it's bring happiness. Smile. When you smile, everyone around you will smile. That's no cost, but that's a big impact, And also, when I'm doing my own job, driving, giving information, share the information with my own client, I'm considered as a spiritual, because not just fulfilling my physical and mind needs, also spiritual, because there will be connection. If we mean that as part of the spiritual duties, that will be considered spiritual. So from my perspective, so spirituality is not just about sit down, close your eyes, meditate, and something. That's one of, yes. But from my perspective, the whole day is a spiritual activity. It depends on the intention that we put in every activity that we do. Even just cooking, it's to make a connection with the ingredients. In Bali, we not very rarely you can see people with spoon and so on, because we try to connect everything from the beginning, from what we eat, cooking with touch. We make a connection with the turmeric, with the rice, everything. That's a spiritual, because from the process, we make a connection. When we have it for breakfast and lunch, with a gratefulness expression. That's why a little offering, there will be a little offering before we start our meal, as part of the gratitude or gratefulness expression. With thanks to the nature, to the mother nature. That's why you walk along the street, you will see offering on the ground. That's because Mother Nature look after Earth, look after us. They grow everything to fulfill our needs. So again, come back to the three hitakarana, the three causes of harmony. It's about people to the creation, people to the nature. And then within ourselves, it's about spiritual, mind, and physical. So when we do something, it should be fulfilling these three aspects: our body, our mind, because the connection, and then spiritual, because that's part of the cyclus. That's how we see the spirituality in Bali. So not just meditation or not just pray. That's
Mm-hmm.
one of. We call it Catur Marga, the four. We call it Bhakti Yoga. We have Jnana Yoga,
Mm-hmm.
Karma Yoga,
Mm-hmm.
Raja Yoga. So there are
Mm-hmm.
four ways. So not just Raja Yoga, but also Bhakti Yoga, uh, Karma Yoga. Karma means we're doing our own things daily
Yes.
with the intention for the offering or sacrifice.
That's so beautiful. It's about expressing intention, gratitude, and connection
Correct. Yeah.
with everything, with yourself, with the people, with nature,
Mm-hmm.
and nurturing your mind, your body, and your soul during
Mm-hmm.
the whole
Mm-hmm.
day with your daily routine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And when I was in Bali, we talk about many things, and we
Mm-hmm.
discovered we had so many things in common. One of them was our interest in how our minds work,
Uh-huh.
um, and about NLP more specifically, neuro-linguistic programming. So tell us how you discovered NLP and how NLP changed your life.
NLP actually, okay. So it's kind 2005. I was joining I was on my own project with my own team. When I was in rafting, working in rafting,
Mm-hmm.
we were planned to organize some kind of like team building and so on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then we joining one of the seminar in Jakarta. I realized that's a in NLP. It's about mindset, how we set the goal, and we set the mechanism, and look at the result. So that's kind of, yeah, that's this kind of training or seminar brought me to see something from different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Because what I'm realized, anything that I have been experiencing, emotion and so on that been control me before
Mm-hmm.
and then after. So I realized that okay, so the past experience was like stay in my subconscious mind that control my emotion in seeing anything that I see or I experience. My uh, you know response to
Mm-hmm.
anything. Yeah, the way I see something is much controlled by my past experiences. So this training bring me to that stage. Why sometimes I'm angry if someone doing this in front of me, or why I feel so sad if someone doing this to somebody else, and then that kind of memories uh, that, that control me, like a sediment in my subconscious that control my emotion.
Mm-hmm.
And start from that time, I try to to find out what caused this and so on. Yeah, through hypnosis and so on, I find out okay, this is about my past life. This past life was controlling me in the way I'm express myself or respond to something that bring a certain kind of emotion in my my thought and so on. But then afterwards, okay, I seem more open, and before I react, we should see from a different perspective, so that I can decide myself. So which emotion I would like to keep to see these things or whatever. But it's still challenging. But at least there is something that I can use as a reference. So more slower to
Mm-hmm.
respond something that might need to analyze, yeah, to go a bit deeper before doing something or respond something in in life and so on. But then the value that I got from this no different than the traditional value that we took from our tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Only a different terminology
Mm-hmm.
for its value. So what is considered bad, what is considered good, so and so on. It's from my perspective. Actually, we have our own tradition, our local value that we can use also as like a guideline in our daily life actually. But this program also bring like accomplish, yeah, between how to make everything on like structure. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
this what I'm going to do. So this is the mechanism I do. If it not work, I should replace, change the mechanism, change the
Mm-hmm.
process from the other way. Yeah. That's what I'm understand. Maybe
Yes.
people will have a different understanding. Each people will have their own experience, what they understand about that experience. But
Mm-hmm.
what I'm understand is about direction. So which direction I'm going to. So which mechanism I choose to, and then what is the result. If
Mm-hmm.
you achieve the goal, that means I'm on the right track. If it's not achieving the the goal, so I should change the mechanism.
Yes.
Mechanism itself is very structure and value and so on, commitment and so on. All this value in English terminology, of course.
Mm-hmm.
That's for it's like to make a clear guidance which direction I want to go,
Yes.
like a compass, yeah,
Yes.
in which stage I am today. So which how many steps more I would like to do to get this goal,
Yes.
something like that. Yeah, because that was 2005, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm still keep
15
that
years ago.
as part. Yeah, I'm still keep that as part of you know. I can say that's like a aha
And I have,
experience because there's a
yes.
like okay, yeah, something. Okay, this is something a new vision to see my own life, to see
Mm-hmm.
myself, to see somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that's what I. That was emotional experience.
Mm-hmm.
Very emotional experience. It was nice. I was happy to. Actually, I'm expecting for the next stage or level of that kind of seminar. Actually, maybe in the
Mm-hmm.
future. But yeah, right now I'm still focusing on learning, also learning from the surrounding community,
Mm-hmm.
elder, from you, from everyone else that I met. That's enriching my knowledge also. Grateful to meet you one day again, and then we share again. Yeah, learn many aspects of life.
Yeah, I'm so grateful to
Yeah.
for meeting you too.
Uh-huh,
And
uh-huh.
I'm so happy that I have you here again and we're having another conversation. Interesting.
Thank you.
And Bali is called the island of gods.
Uh-huh.
Why is that?
Okay. Bali called Island of God. Actually, this name is given from by the visitor or the traveler, because
Okay.
Bali is like there are lots of temples.
Mm-hmm.
Every house they have their own temple. Every village, at least, they have three main temples.
Yes.
As we pray to the Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I said, in Bali we pray to one divine God, but
Mm-hmm.
also we pray to the uh, many aspect of God itself, like the creation aspect of the God called Brahma, and the preserver Vishnu and Shiva. This is the masculine aspect of the God, and the feminine one, goddess Saraswati, Lakshmi, and Durga. This is like again, this is referred to the Trihitakarana.
Mm-hmm.
This is a cyclus of life:
Mm-hmm.
creation, existence, and recycle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The first one, Brahma, with a goddess called Saraswati. Saraswati as the goddess of knowledge. So the
Mm-hmm.
creation possible only when we have knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
That's the second one, the god of protector or
Mm-hmm.
Vishnu, and with the goddess called Lakshmi, the goddess of prosperity. Yeah. We can survive everything to continue our life with the prosper. We need to be prosper.
Mm-hmm.
After we have knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
and then to achieve the prosperity. But whatever afterward, there's a cyclus of life. Anything
Mm-hmm.
that we have should be abandoned and then continuing the journey for the next step. Uh, Creation and existence recycle. And also we pray to many different aspects of the God.
Mm-hmm.
So a group of farmer, they will pray. They have their own temple.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, a group of family, they have their own temple.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why Bali is considered as island of the God, because everyone is God. Even
Yeah.
in the room, I have a small shrine in every corner of the room. There will
Mm.
be. So
Yes.
from the individual temple until the community temple.
Mm-hmm.
Even along the rice field, there will be small shrine. So each owner of the land will put the shrine
Mm-hmm.
as part of the, again, as part of the connection. While they're walking, while they grow the crops, they pray to the goddess of prosperity. It's called Devi Sri.
Mm-hmm.
This part is always connected. They're walking, still connected. In any aspect of life, is still connected to the god or goddess, whatever. Every single houses there will be temple as part of the implementation of the Trihita. So the structure,
Mm-hmm.
temple, houses, greenery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's part of the implementation of the philosophy of Trihita. We try to harmonize ourselves with the
Mm-hmm.
God in a smaller area, houses. There will be temple. Or when you come to the room, there will be small temple.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to the village, there will be a bigger temple. And
Yes.
we have Bali, or we consider as public temple. There are a number of old and big temple in Bali. There is no single land without temple in Bali. That's why
And
it's called the God of the island of God.
yes. And it is very important that every temple is so important, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as part of our daily, because we need temple
Yes.
physically as a symbol,
Mm-hmm.
but internally,
Mm-hmm.
this is our body itself is our own temple. Our body
Mm-hmm.
considers our own temple. We have our own spirit. We have mind. We have
Mm-hmm.
our own body. As again, the structure, body,
Mm-hmm.
mind, and uh, spirit or soul.
Mm-hmm.
So this is
How
like
how do you
the
connect?
holistic.
How do you connect with your body, your soul, your heart? How do you, sometimes people are very busy with their lives and they forget that they have a body, they have a soul, they have a heart. How
Mhm.
do you connect with yourself, with your body, with your soul, with other people, with nature?
How do we connect? Again, like I said, so because of that understanding,
Mm-hmm.
first the understanding about our body, or consider as microcosmos,
Mm-hmm.
and the nature or universe of macrocosmos. So in our belief, so we are connected. Well, 5 elements. We call it Panca Mahabhuta. Panca, like my name. Panca is 5 elements that consider as so Pertiwi, Apa, Teja, Bayu, Akas. So, Pertiwi, something solid. Teja is the energy or fire. Yeah. Akas is the space. So we made from the same element.
Mm-hmm.
This is the understanding. The
Mm-hmm.
body and the nature made from the same element.
Mm-hmm.
And the spirit considered as a masculine. So the 5 element considers a feminine aspect, and then the spirit considered as masculine. The union of the spirit and the five elements as a body, this is the secret union. So the spirit will get caught by the needs of these five elements. We need to eat, we need to breathe, we need water or blood, we need, desire to keep us alive. So how we connect. So when you feel you're part of the nature, that's already connect. Feel our blood flowing, our heart beating, our mind keep, dynamic and so on. Yeah. But when we gather all them and then we, this is very like a meditation way, but in daily, not just meditation. If we have that understanding, that's mean anything that we see surround us is like us, just us, you. We made from the same element. There is spirit also. Only geographically we separate, but materially we made from the same element. We just water. We just solid. We just the space. When we have that understanding, so every time you are actually connect with, with but some people we need to sit down and then take a breath and so on, just to feel more intense about how. But when we do anything with the intention of not just physical and mind, but also spiritual, we already connect, because all together we do at once. When you smile, when you do your own thing, intense, yeah, with the intention. Again, the intention is the key from my perspective. When we have intention, why I'm doing this, so we know which direction we're gonna go, which with aspect that I'm dedicating this things to go to. So not just physical needs. This is also spiritual needs. Also, mind, because mind develop getting, when we talk with someone, say with someone, so there's something, memories goes in, and then as a development of mind, mind development. Okay, spirituality there will be connection. Yeah, when we talk heart to heart, with happy, with no pressure, with no judgment and so on. That will be okay. This is what I am. This is what I have. I can share with you. It's might useful. It might you already have it, or you don't have it yet, or I don't have it yet. So we fulfilling one another. If we see that as from the spiritual perspective, so we fulfilling one another with somebody, with anybody that we meet, whatever, any information that we got, any experience that we experience, as part of the step to increase our spirituality. So for me, spirituality, not just temple, not just meditation, not just chanting oh, not just like that. So we try to see anything as spiritual things. It's fulfilling our spiritual needs. We need to fulfill our physical. We need to eat, drink, and so on. We need to learn. We need to our mind development, and then we need to nutrition our spirit or our soul. Not just physical. Work. Forget about the instrument. This is instrument. The body, instrument. Again, the NLP, instrument, the goal, and then but we need to put value to fulfill
Yes.
our spiritual aspect, so not just physical and mind, also spirit. That's what I'm understand.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. Thanks for sharing, Pancha. When I was
Uh,
in Bali, I loved the water temples and the waterfalls. Tell us about the water temples and healing ceremonies.
mhm. Water. So Balinese is also considered as Hindu or Buddhist. It's a mixture.
Mm-hmm.
And then also it's called Agama Tirta. Tirta means
Mm-hmm.
holy water. So we practicing our daily life much involving water. Water is always there. Water. So again, what we understand, what we about the nature. Water is one of the biggest percentage within ourselves or within the world. The water is like to keep everything balanced when you know, and this kind of tradition has been there passed down. Maybe before Hinduism come, it's already there.
Mm-hmm.
The tradition, how why we use water as water again in our self blood considered as a liquid representation of water. So we use water to slow down. So when we the temperature high getting higher and then water will slow you down. So
Mm-hmm.
water help us to slow down our mind.
Mm-hmm.
When our mind slow, our breath more regular. So this is good for meditation or pray, everything. When we do anything with calm mind, so we know which direction. So this is like to clearance, which direction I'm going to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But water at the water temple itself is it's a pure water. It's come from underground. It's a very good to cleanse your physique, your body.
Mm-hmm.
And the belief behind the temple also will cleanse our mind.
Mm-hmm.
And then afterwards, the needs of spirituality when we in touch with the nature, so it brings us to the certain level of meditative or getting more grateful and so on. And that kind of feeling will fulfilling our spiritual need. That's why water is very important. Water is like the source of life. Every village located close by the spring water. So every
Mm-hmm.
spring water we consider holy in Bali. And the
Mm-hmm.
water temple, one of the biggest spring that we have in Bali. Used to we before we have the transportation like today, so not everybody can can get there.
Mm-hmm.
So we just go to the nearest spring water and we consider as holy water. It's a source of life. We
Mm-hmm.
drink, we use to sprinkle ourselves and so on. And of course, that's the source of prosperity because we need water as part of the irrigation where we get food and to survive. So
Mm-hmm.
water is very important. Yeah, and then this kind of ritual mainly done during full moon
Mm-hmm.
because in our belief, full moon when the moon is like full like that. So it's like what is will attract the liquid in
Mm-hmm.
the nature when the water will up. If you go to the ocean, the water will up or high tide.
Ah,
So
yes.
we have the liquid inside.
Mm-hmm.
So this water will up. That's why we need water to balance.
Ah, yes.
We use the water to slow down because during the full moon, people who unstable will be
Mm-hmm.
getting unstable.
More
So we
unstable,
need
even.
the water. Yeah, we need water to slow down our mind because of the gravitate by the moon.
Mm-hmm.
And then after we pray, when we pray, so we put our intention to the God, to the divine, the highest divine. We'll help us to slow again. That's why water considers holy. Because when we sprinkle ourselves, we drink, so we feel, and then can more focus to what we expect to do or what we want to do. Then this connecting to the spirituality, it will work.
Mm-hmm.
That's my perspective. Why water so important? Because water will, eh, all elements are important, but
Yes.
yeah, water, even fire, there will be fire. Incense that we put on the offering is fire
Yes.
with the ash. Yeah, there's a symbol.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, the meaning behind the symbol. Actually, everything is already start from the intention. When we put our intention to be purified, it's already done. But we need instrument to reconfirm what
Mm-hmm.
we need to cleanse. What we
Yes.
need to clean. Oh, okay, today I'm going to the spring water temple. I want to cleanse. Okay, just go wash yourself. That's already clean physically, but need to accomplish. Need to certain place that associated has the spiritual vibration surrounding, help us to more focus on what we expecting from the ritual and so on. Yeah, that's kind of like, we need to fulfilling our needs, our
Mm-hmm.
physical to cleanse,
Mm-hmm.
we need mind because of the belief, and
Mm-hmm.
afterwards spiritually will easily can be connect.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I understand from from being part of the culture of Bali culture itself.
Yes.
It can be different from one person to another person,
Mm-hmm.
because spirituality is about self experience.
Mm-hmm.
Religion is about following someone path.
Mm-hmm.
Spirituality about how we understand something from this journey.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah,
That religion is
yeah.
kind of imposing values and rules that everybody has to
Yeah.
follow, but the spirituality is to find the meaning inside yourself, right?
Through the contemplation, to
Yes.
our personal experiences, it can be different from one person to another person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling from my perspective.
Yes, that's something that
Yeah.
is that we're not um, tough here in Europe. It's like we have been educated to follow rules, to not to think by ourselves or make our own decisions. We're more educated to follow instructions and rules. And I think it's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful that there you have your own, you have the freedom to make sense of
Mm-hmm.
things by yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, we learn from everything. We learn from the
Mm-hmm.
nature, from people,
Yes,
from our own internal,
yes,
realization.
yes.
So
And
that's
you're
kind
so
of
in
like a
tune.
mixture.
Yes, and you're so in tune with yourself, with other people, with nature, with.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
spirituality, no one can like judge.
Mhm.
Am I able spiritual or no? Other people cannot see that, because it's me and myself, you
Yes,
and yourself.
yes,
I can be go to the temple, pray every day. It doesn't mean I'm a spiritual.
yes.
That's my perspective, no, not a general perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you for sharing your perspective. Um,
yeah.
so what ceremonies you have in Bali? You have like every day you have your ceremonies, and then there are so special ceremonies. What are the ceremonies that
Okay.
you have in Bali?
Oh yeah, and there are a number of, again, there is like a serial ceremony in Bali.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we have a big celebration called Galungan Day, which is we held this once in 6 months in our calendar, because we're using a different calendar. We have even women get pregnant. We have ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
from married ceremony,
Mm-hmm.
pregnant ceremony, someone has a baby, there will be ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
3 days old baby, there will be ceremony. Once the baby release the cord, there will be ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
1 month, let's say 40 days old baby, there will be ceremony. And afterwards, the first 3 months, we have ceremony for the baby. First 6 months, that we consider as a birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So
Birthdays. Yeah.
we celebrating birthday every 6 months in Balinese.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, people also celebrating once a year, like what because of the global connection. So everyone want to adapt. So we celebrate both
Yes.
traditional birthday and then the regular birthday, yearly birthday, with
Yeah.
the cake and then the song and so on.
Mm-hmm.
But in Bali, we have our own traditional birthday, which is taken from the date of birth based on Balinese calendar. So there will be like offering, and we pray to the God. We thanks to we call it forebrother who look after us since we are in our womb. Yeah, like the placenta, the yolk, and so on, things that protect our skin. So we thanks to them. So every 6 months, we still, no matter how old, we still, every 6 months, we thanks to them because look after us until we die. Yeah. And then afterwards, every temple, we have Odalan. Odalan, we celebrate every 6 months or once a year based on the lunar system. Temple festival, family temple festival, or bigger family temple festival, and village temple festival, and big temple in Bali, like in Besaki, Uluwatu, they have their own schedule. So every temple has their own schedule for the ceremony. Beside the daily ceremony that we done in our own family, that's like part of the community responsibility. Yeah, so can be a serial of ceremony that we call it yajna. So there are 5 kind of yajna or sacrifice. We call it dewa yajna, rishi yajna, pitra yajna, manusa yajna, and buddha yajna. So sacrifice to the god, to the spirit of ancestor, to the priest, to the people, and to the nature. So 5 kind of ceremony dedicated to, and then implemented in many kind of ceremonies, a serial of ceremonies. But actually, this ceremony is dedicated to this 5: to the god, to the ancestor, to the spirit, to the priest, to the people, to the nature.
And what happens in those ceremonies?
Again, ceremonies is a symbol of sacrifice, because once we have opportunity to live, that means we have debt. We have debt to the God because God give us opportunity to live. We have debt to the ancestor spirit because they were part of the journey until we are here. And then the priest who give us guidelines to fulfilling our, our life until the time comes. To the people, because they look after us. We need one another. To the nature, they feed us to survive, to exist until the schedule comes. So that's how. The temple, there will be offering, a number of different offerings. From the simple one, like I told you, there are a number of simple form of offering. From the round one, square one, triangle. That's the basic pattern. The round one representing head, or representing the God. Yeah. or the soul.
And in
The
the offerings,
square
you
one,
put like things you get from nature. You also have food in the offering, right?
yes, yeah, that's what I said. So
Mm-hmm.
offering made from flour,
Mm-hmm.
seed,
Mm-hmm.
from the rice, that's seed,
Mm-hmm.
root, from the cassava,
Mm-hmm.
sweet potatoes, but it's transformed into cake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
from the seed, flour, root, and leaf
Mm-hmm.
from the nature. In some kind of, there will be a number of level of ceremony. It depends how big the community, and it can be done yearly or once in 5 years, once in 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
once in 50 years,
Mm-hmm.
once in 100 years, once in 1,000 years. So
Mm-hmm.
we have that kind. It's bigger, bigger, bigger. The bigger ritual or ceremony done, the bigger community will involve as
Mm-hmm.
part of the responsibility. That's like, you can say that's how we pay the debt
Mm-hmm.
through the ritual, symbolically. So we're not just earning from the nature,
Mm-hmm.
also symbolically we giving. This
Yes.
how we practice our, to decreasing our attachment to the worldly life.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the goal of Hindu or our religion, our belief is to moksha. Moksha means we release from the attachment.
Mm-hmm.
This kind of practice is to practice our mind,
Mm-hmm.
to step by step releasing the attachment from this worldly. Just earning, not just drink, not just eating,
Yes.
not just
Yes.
want to see something beautiful, not just that. But also we need to that's like a secret. We cannot just hold everything. We need to release to have a new thing.
Yes.
If we use our two hand to hold everything and on, we cannot get the new one.
Yes.
But,
You need to
yeah,
let
because
things go to leave a
to
space
have a
for
new
new
one.
things.
Yeah, new things that we need, we
Mm-hmm.
might need. Yeah. You can go. Okay, we experience this. Okay, you go. Okay, you can let it go to have a feedback.
Mm-hmm.
When you help someone, you release the things or material things, but you have happiness.
Mm-hmm.
It's only energy transformation.
Yes.
Yeah, we eat and then we work. Yeah, from the rice or whatever we eat
Mm-hmm.
become paper or money. It's a transformation. I drive, I talk, I got money. It's transforming, and use this to achieve my my goal. When happy, okay. Happiness not just earning or giving,
Mm-hmm.
because we need to recycle everything that anything that we need to release, we need to release.
Mm-hmm.
But the experience itself will be nutrition for our body, our mind, our spirit. So this kind of ritual is considered as a sacrifice. That's why it's called sacrifice, to practice our mind from being attached,
Mm-hmm.
from being bound by anything. Because once we got the spirit and then the five elements together, it's create that not that easy, but we need to try and learn, because the needs, the body is the body.
Mm-hmm.
We need to eat anything that considered as delicious. We won't eat. If mind is not controlling,
Yeah.
okay, it's okay. We need to drink as much as possible. Yeah, that's if there is no control,
Mm-hmm.
so the body will control us,
Yes.
because
If we don't
that's
control
the
our
need.
body, our body control us.
Yeah, it's about this is like game. Who control?
Yes.
Control the body or the body control us? It's like, we'll be suffering. That's why
Mm-hmm.
we need to sacrifice. as part of the training, or practice. We practice our mind not to tightly attach by doing that ritual. We need to eat, we cook everything. We need to offer thank you to the Mother Nature. If we do that intense with the intention of, spiritual purposes, it's feel more. When you eat, feel the energy, uh, and so on, and then the gratefulness feeling. Sometimes we need to eat as much as what we can eat, but when we do with intention like that, when
Yes.
you enjoy it, you don't need that much actually.
What is love from your perspective?
Love is sacrifice.
What do you mean, sacrifice?
Sacrifice. This can be discussed. Sacrifice means we do something, we do anything to put someone else, or sometime from my perspective, expressing love with the way they may not realize that we do something to bring them to the next step. Sometimes, uh, we're doing our own effort, everything. We don't want to share the what you call the suffer everything, just to support them to be experiencing their own journey. And we need to contribute. Love is about contribution.
Like serving.
Yeah, serving
Yeah.
everything. Contribute to people, to the nature, and so on. To the people that contribute, participate, that's part of the love itself. We participate on their life. I would like to participate. Someone else, maybe information, anything that I might can do, I will do. That's part. That's how I express my love expression. Yeah, doing something. Something meaningful for someone else. Someone else, nature, or love to the God, universal love. Yeah.
How do you approach challenges in your life?
Approach challenge. As human, sometimes there will be like frustrating also sometimes. But when the challenge, when we really facing it, it will be okay. It takes time, sometimes to adjust with the situation. Challenging is something that we cannot analyze yet. Something that we cannot find the solution yet clearly, because this is something new come. We need to adjust. We need to compete. I mean, compatible with the situation that come, the new situation come. It's about a matter of time and analyzing, and okay, afterwards we fix this. That's what my perspective in facing challenge. It's something that come, but we not prepared yet. So we need to prepare. We need to find out the instrument. We need to find out the strategy to address the challenge.
Yes.
So that no more challenge anymore. When the challenge no more challenge anymore, that's already
Yes.
not challenging. We need something new. Let's
Yeah.
keep us innovative, more alive.
Yeah. So
Because the challenge
you use your NLP skills for this.
this can be mix everything. NLP and also my own personal experience. That's how it's like. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Like
adapting to a new
accomplish.
situation. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
So okay, all as long as okay, calm down, then read
Yeah.
whatever it is, and find the way. That's it.
What life means for you? Why we're here and what we're here for, from your perspective?
Life means, we need to fix something.
Mm-hmm.
So life, in my perspective, this opportunity, we need to fix something
Mm-hmm.
to bring to the next level of consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to do something that more bring value to anybody, to the people, to the surrounding. Life about responsibility,
Mm-hmm.
responsibility to increasing the anything, the
Mm-hmm.
understanding. It from the spiritual perspective, so this opportunity is to increasing, to develop the spiritual consciousness. So the goal is moksatam, not to come back again, come back to life. That's I, from different perspective, but from something we need to participate,
Mm-hmm.
to increase, to develop,
Mm-hmm.
the consciousness, bring the every body, mind, and soul,
Mm-hmm.
the harmony, and then afterwards to the next level of consciousness. Yeah, there is still challenge. Every day is challenge, and then every day, call it not easy, but will do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what life for me.
And what is the legacy you want to leave for your kids and the world?
Legacy, love, compassion, education, because
Mm-hmm.
everything starts from education. As I said on my biography, I just passed high school. I didn't go to university and so on. That's a kind of challenge for me.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm going to, where I not just academic education. So we have a lot of education from book, from school, from people, from everywhere, every source of knowledge to educate, and then afterwards it will be useful for ourselves, somebody else, for the nature. Again, the bottom line is love.
Mm-hmm.
If we have that kind of, that will be expressed in a way called love, because we're taking care people, taking care surrounding, taking care our own heart, taking care our soul, everything. So that's kind of, understanding the
Mm-hmm.
life, not just earning. Life is giving,
Yes.
giving, sharing, giving. That's
Mm-hmm.
that, that's happiness.
Yeah.
Yeah, not just earning, giving. When you give, happy. That's it. That's simple. That's simple. And the rest is nature we look after.
Mm-hmm.
When you give love, love comes.
Yes, I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
How people can find you? Like if they are in
Okay.
Bali and they need a driver and they want you to take them to different places and discover Bali. How they can find you?
Oh, they can find me through very easy email or Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
uh, WhatsApp. That easy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nowadays it's easy. You find me on Facebook, Komang Panca. WhatsApp, the number that you might can spread my number. You got my number. Yeah, WhatsApp. So far, that's what I'm. How people find me.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes from friends recommend. Most of the time, friends recommendation. Like I met you. friend's recommendation.
Yeah, I found you by your recommendation.
Yeah, and find somebody else from one. That's mostly I met people. That's like
Mhm,
challenge, or everything is like surprise. So every day
mhm.
surprise for me. Okay, today
Yes.
I meet Carmen. Next day I meet Sarah. Next day I meet somebody else, and everyone is happy. Yeah,
Happy clients recommend you to other people.
yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome. When the time comes, and it's okay, come to Bali.
Mhm.
There will be opportunity.
I'll put in
Friends.
the description of the podcast of this episode your contact details so that people can find you.
Okay,
And if they are in Bali and
Bali.
they want to discover
Experience.
Bali and have an experience, they can
Uh-huh.
contact you and you will make that happen.
They will be happy. They will be happy. I love sharing.
Yes, you love sharing. And well, if you are in Bali and you can contact Pancha, I will put his contact details in the description of this episode. And he will not only drive you and be your tour guide, he will make sure that you have a holistic experience of Bali that you will never forgive. Thank you, Pancha, for being here and sharing all your knowledge and your perspective and how you see spirituality. And we learn a lot about Balinese culture and spirituality, and I'm grateful for that. And I talk to you guys in the next episode.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pancha.